Hey guys, welcome to BowHunterPlanet.com, and today we're doing a roundtable on Excalibur. One of the coolest new things Excalibur has done in this last year is launch the TD or takedown versions of a couple different models of their bows. In front of us you see the Micro 360 TD, and basically what it does, I'll let Tim tell you.
So, well, first of all, just the two letters at the end mean a whole heck of a lot. The takedown version of these crossbows, I think that's the one thing that we said. And I remember talking to Excalibur back right before they launched this, and they're saying, "Oh, we got some new stuff coming out. We got some new stuff coming out." And I said, "You know what? The one thing you're missing is, you know, the ease of use of putting it together, because having to screw in the bolt." And they're like, "Just wait." Yeah. And a couple weeks go by, a month goes by, and they came out with a TD, and we were blown away by it. So TD stands for takedown. It is a quick, easy disassemble, assemble crossbow, which is amazing. And what makes it amazing is the fact that when you disassemble it and reassemble it, nothing gets affected.
Yeah,
it is still dead on.
I think that's the most thing that impressed me when we did the test lab with this, is we tested it by like shooting it, making sure it was on dead on the bullseye, take it apart, put it back together, shot it at 20, 30, 40 yards, and it was still dead on. And that is, to me, is exciting, because I plan on taking this system out west with me and hunting in a couple of states that allow crossbows. And you know, it comes with a carrying case that you can pack over your shoulder and hike out with it, put it together, and feel confident that you're going to get a good shot.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that long ago that, you know, we're sitting here carrying around these huge cases with the crossbows in it, traveling out to where we're hunting. And I mean, most of the time we're hunting in Michigan, so it's not like crazy Western country where you have to travel, you know, miles and miles and miles and that kind of thing. But just the drive, you know, and the car space that it takes in order to take this thing around with you. The fact that it comes apart, goes in a case smaller than what the bow is put together. You can take it with you. It's smaller than my suitcase. It's smaller than the bag that I keep my hunting clothes in. That to me is that to me is the cool part about it. So
you sling it over your shoulder and hike out with it,
and you're ready to go. So there it is. That easy.
So this is pretty incredible, really. The technology here to be able to take a bow apart and put it back together so quickly is pretty cool.
Yeah, and no screws either. I mean, it is literally, it's a lever. You push the lever, pull the handle in, or pull the foot stirrup in, and you're good to go, man.
Well, and the other thing about it is you haven't lost one bit of the high quality of a weapon that Excalibur is known for. That's the big thing. It's not like, you know, they didn't cheapen anything up or do anything. It's still the high quality you expect from Excalibur. The confidence when you're in the field with one of their crossbows is just incredible.
So easy.
One click. So the 420 or 400 type model, I get what you're getting at, is just going to give you more power. It's a little bit bigger in size, but we tested both, and I could go with either one of these, preferably. I'm more of a small person. I like small bows all the time because I just like the compactness of everything. Excalibur has done so many amazing things in the last few years, and here, let's talk about that in a minute. So Excalibur, they used to have very long bows, right? And their bows were hard to draw. People had a hard time drawing them. So they launched the charger system. Basically, it can be internal on certain, the Assassin has it internally, or EXT for external, which is what this one has, and you assembled this here for this bracket that holds it. It's so fast to get it on and off. But the point of that system is you can cock and decock the bow so easily, and it takes away all the stress of how do you do it, and you never have to put your hands in any sort of area that's dangerous.
And I will say though too, I do, but I will say you need that. With the 360, the one thing that we always struggled with was trying to cock it by hand.
Correct.
I mean, the foot pounds, I think it's around 140 pounds to actually cock this thing. It's a very short draw length. It's 15 inches, 15-inch draw length. So to be able to pull that much, it takes a lot. So to have the charger system on there, you really have to.
You definitely want the charger system.
The other thing I liked about it too is because I actually used it in the field, and it was so quiet to reload.
Oh, super quiet. There's no clicking. There's no clicking.
I took a shot at some turkeys.
Pure quiet.
And no fault of the crossbow. I missed. You know,
there's no clicking.
I hit.
There's none
I hit.
of that.
You know, it happens with turkeys. I hit feathers, and
Jamie knows
the
that.
dang thing walked off, and here he comes. He's walking back. You know, he didn't know what happened. I was able to reload.
Nice.
Silently, and I got that turkey.
Wow, that's
And,
cool. I didn't know that.
yeah.
I missed that part of the story.
Yeah, no, it was pretty incredible. I'm like, holy cow, here he comes. Let me reload.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
crazy.
so darn quiet. I was able to do that. And then the other thing that happened is, you know, you're hunting at the end of the night and you might be surrounded by some does or something like that. It's dark now. You're not supposed to have your bow cocked or anything like that. You can undo it. And I've done it in my blind, surrounded by deer.
Just let it down.
Let it down, and they never even heard it or anything.
I actually laugh now because I'll go to like hunt camp, and there's some other bows in hunt camp that we do some stuff with and all that, but the other guys who are managing those accounts or doing those bows, you see them like propped up against the wall, full draw. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh man, I wish
They have to come back, shoot into a target.
I just love the fact that Excalibur's got this concept that you can decock these things. You don't have to shoot it. I always think it's funny when you're at a hunt camp and you hear like shots going off like after because they have to shoot
You just
it.
think about the wear and tear on it.
Well, that's the thing. Why let it fly if you don't have to?
Right.
I mean, you can, especially in those, it's not even fun. You're just, shooting at a target.
And the other thing too, you take an extra string with you, and if you happen to have a string break in the field.
Which have you ever had that happen on Excalibur? I have not.
No, but I've had it happen.
Shot these a lot.
I've had it happen on bows. I've had it happen. I mean, you never know. I mean,
No. I'm not suggesting don't carry one. I'm suggesting.
Right, but I'm just saying.
I'm pretty impressed with the durability so far.
Yeah. But you might catch a thorn or something like that, and you didn't know.
Or your broadhead
if
might
you
nick it.
did that with a regular crossbow that's got the cams and everything else, you're done.
Yeah, you got to find a bow press. And,
if you can do that. Usually a crossbow blows up, it's a million pieces, and we've had a few of them happen here over the years, but it's pieces everywhere. There's not recovery really. But
there is not. I know a lot of people talk about the price.
Trigger,
right?
awesome trigger.
Yeah, the price is up there. It's about $1,400, but I'll tell you what, it is worth every bit of that $1,400 to me.
Well.
If I'm going to buy a weapon, if I'm going to buy a crossbow for the rest of my life, I would absolutely consider Excalibur and doing that.
Especially this model.
Yeah.
It's this type of quick detach, retach.
Absolutely.
Just think of the concept of, let's say you want to go hunting. Let's say that you don't have that truck available. Let's say you have to take your wife's little Malibu or wherever the car is. This actually
Prius.
this goes in there. This is no problem. Like literally, you can put this in your back seat, slide it in. You can put it anywhere. That key, do you have the case around here somewhere? The case is, there it is over there. The case is so small that you can actually fit this thing anywhere, behind a seat, behind in a little hatchback thing. If you're, there's so many options that.
I mean, it's probably when I go to hunt camp, it's probably the smallest thing I take now. Where back not that long ago, a couple of years ago, it was the biggest thing that I took with.
Yeah.
That big crossbow case, the hard case. You don't want anything to happen to it. Now, that's it.
Think too about
so
flying.
narrow.
Think too about flying.
Yeah.
If you're flying, and you don't have a huge giant crossbow case.
Oh.
And this has got some extra extra stuff in it.
Tons of space.
You could put clothes in it. You could
put arrows go in there. Your quiver.
Yeah.
Your bow lube, the rail lube. You can put anything in this to help keep it. But what I want to say the most, and we're going to be testing this bow a lot coming up, guys. So definitely check back with us in a couple months. We're going to be testing this thing at a little more distance shooting, and we're going to take it apart, put it back together, take it apart, put it back together, take it apart, put it, and just like that over and over, just to prove the fact that you can hit balloons at distances, without an issue, without having to resight in this bow, which is one of the most incredible things, really, that I can take this apart, put it back together, and it's still going to hit where I put, when I did it the other way. That was the same for their other models too, though. The Assassin that had the bolt, Same thing. I took it apart, put it back together, and boom, still hitting the same spot. So
this just
awesome
takes it to the
technology.
next level. So I will say too, just kind of going back to the 360 versus the 420, the Assassin 420. The one thing that I think the Assassin 420, because you like the smaller size, the one thing I like about the Assassin 420 is that adjustable buttstock on it. The fact that you can move that in and out, because this to me is a little bit too short for me, just for my the way that I hold it. But the fact that they use that same technology on two different crossbows, you have different options that really can fit anybody on the market.
So the 420 is definitely a little bit bigger. It's going to be a little heavier. It's 8 pounds. This is only around just over 5. So definitely some differences there. 420 feet per second again, but we were clocking, I think it was 424.
Yeah, we were right on. Absolutely.
That
Amazing.
bow is so powerful.
But the charger's built into that one, so I want to be clear on that. So the charger system, the cocking, the adjustable stock is all built into it. So it's definitely, I think it's also more expensive. So you're going to have a little bit more cost, but it is a nicer bow with everything built into it. But other than that,
but you got a range that you can choose from, you know. So
But
it really depends.
If you're a speed freak, I mean, let's face it, you're gonna want the 420 because that thing is fast. You got a kick to it almost.
Yep. So again, travel-wise, that is to me huge. It's key. Saving that space in your garage, saving that space in your car, being able to get to hunt camp and literally get it set up within minutes, not even within seconds. I mean, you saw how quick Dave did it. It wasn't even a minute. It was less than a minute that you can take this thing apart and put it back together. So I mean, the technology on this. They have one problem in my book right now, and that's how do you improve?
I don't know.
With what you did.
I'm sorry, I was looking at the prices. I want to understand the pricing. So this one starts around $13.99, and then the 420 TD is $18.99. So at that price, if you're asking us, if you're saying, hey guys, would you buy that bow over some of these other bows in that price point? My answer is most likely, because I'm a big fan of this recurve style. Like for me, I know it's not going to break. I know it's going to last me for a long time. I know that Excalibur is one of the Cadillac brands of the industry. They always have been. There's a couple other ones that are good too, no doubt about it.
Absolutely.
But it's a different style. It's a cam style, right? And that you have to make a decision. Is it something you want to go with a cam or a recurve? A recurve is a style that's been proven out for thousands of years and, you know, way back. And what Excalibur has done for us here is said, look, we understand originally they are pretty big guys, right? The original ones are pretty big, right? Yeah. They're in there. Yeah, they're in there. I get it. But what they've been able to do is take that huge recurve and make it down to this little guy, which is almost the size, probably, of a cam system one. And when you cock it, it's probably close to a cam system size.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's pretty incredible when you think about it.
Yeah.
Yep, and just the pure fact too, the recurve from a durability standpoint, I think it has that longevity to it as well.
I mean, let's face it, if I was going to Alaska or northern Canada or something
Easy to
like
pack
that,
in. You don't have to worry about being damaged in transit.
Excalibur.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about being transit damage. You can pack it small. You go out there, guys, like, where's your bow? You're like, oh, it's right here. Click, click, one click, done.
Yeah.
In fact, I feel like they should change the marking scheme to one click.
Yeah.
You
know, one
boom.
thing I wish we did is
Click,
when we
click.
first took it apart and put it back together. I don't know if we got our faces on camera because I think we did it right before we started filming it. I just remember our faces going, "What? Are you serious?"
I mean, literally unbelievable.
It really is cool.
It almost,
Unbelievable.
I remember the first time we put it together, it went together so fast, I'm like, that's it?
I know.
We're done?
Like,
Are you serious?
that can't be.